Hi, let me check it's working. I decided to spontaneously go live and share something with you today. And the reason I decided to do that is uh, throughout this week and the previous week, I had a few conversations. I think about at least 5 people who shared that they are overwhelmed. They are all over the place. They feel they want to get their life back. They feel they have this like higher roles and great positions, but they don't feel well there. And there was another one who said, I feel so good at my current place that I don't really have a fear of going up and moving to the next career step, moving to the next executive level, because I see how stressed people are there. And for myself personally, I do remember how I was a chief people officer when I was climbing up this career ladder. And usually the higher you climb, the higher you get, the more stressful and kind of exhausting it can be, because you have so many demands. You have demands from the top, where like your leaders expect your CEO basically, or the board, they expect quick results from you like that. And you have peers, and I mean, your peers are not always very nice people. They have their agenda. They fight for resources because they fight for attention. And also you have your teams, which are sometimes they're falling apart. I mean, they're nice people, you love them, it's great working together. But there are situations where, oh, come on, guys, you just can make this decision. I mean, you don't need me to step in every project. Or like, why can't you do it yourself? And you wish they do that yourself, but you don't trust, you don't have that trust. So it can be very, very, very stressful, like to sum it up. And so I decided to talk about and kind of share the framework, the whole framework of how you can address that feeling of overwhelmed and like being on the edge of burnout. And for that, there are three major steps, the big steps, not small steps, the big steps. And the first one and the most important one is self. So it's all about you. It's all about you as a leader, you as a person. And here, when we talk about self, it's your personal strategy. Like, do you know where you're heading to? Like, what's your plan for the next 5, 10, 20 years ahead? Do you live up? Like, do you live your values? What are your values? How do you see them? How do they resonate in your life? How do you see them show up in your everyday behaviors? What's your mission? Why are you doing all that? Like, why are you in this position? What is that you want to achieve? Call it ikigai, call it like something else. Do you know your core? Like, what's your internal driver? And then there's the part about your personal productivity. How do you manage your time? How do you um, manage your personal well-being? Do you spend enough time to rest and recharge? Do you spend enough time to reflect? My guess is probably not, because I've been there. I know time for reflection, it's very hard to find that time. You can't find to sleep. I mean, not to say reflect. Like, creating those spaces for yourself, for your personal stability, create this foundation is the first step. As we all know, this put your own mask first and then attend to everyone else. So the first step is self, which is your personal strategy, your mission, ikigai, your well-being, and like your time for reflection. Once you have that, it doesn't have to be perfect. No, we'll know that, but you need to have this foundation. So once you have that foundation, the next thing is your team. Now you can start building an amazing self-sufficient team. And I'm saying self-sufficient because, well, you don't need to monitor your teams every step. It's not only high-performing team who can produce great results, it's also self-sufficient teams who can make decisions, they can collaborate, they can talk to each other, they can solve problems, they can reach out to their stakeholders and provide value and get information from them. You can build a self-sufficient team which take loads of your things you're doing now. They can do much more. That's for sure. They can do much more than they're doing now, and they can free up a lot of your time. And they'll be happy because they want to grow. Like, every responsibility that they're taking, Every decision they're making makes them feel empowered and makes them feel that they're growing. So how do you build this amazing self-sufficient team? Is you build them by going through 5 steps. The first one is clear purpose. Again, what's the purpose of the team? How does it resonate? Like, is it aligned with all the team members and organizational purpose? Then linkage and connections, how your team members are connected with each other, how they're connected with the stakeholders. Then it's integrated ways of working together. Do you have norms and rules and processes of how you as a team work together? Then it's collaborative decision making. How do you make decisions? And then it's knowledge sharing and feedback. How do you grow as a team? How you share knowledge? How you share feedback between each other? How you request for feedback from your stakeholders and use it for your team's growth. So again, we start with self, personal mission, personal strategy, ikigai, values, well-being. Then we build a strong, self-sufficient team with clear purpose, linkage and connections, integrated ways of working together, collaborative decision-making, knowledge sharing and feedback. And now we can, you have some energy and you have time to build greater organizational impact, which and that you can do through personal brand, strategic networking, initiation of like major change management activities, organizational transformations, bigger goals. So you can start creating real impact only when you have this foundation of self, when you have self-sufficient team. That's when you start working on your organizational transformations, bigger growth, personal growth, starting new projects, launching a business, moving up the career ladder, whatever you want. I mean, it's anything you want once you have that foundation. And so, yes, to start with, I wanted to share this framework with you today because I kind of feel that there is a need for that through all the conversations I'm having throughout the last 10 days. And yeah, I mean, I'm doing this personal strategy workshop on March 26th. Join me and we'll start building this self foundation together by building your personal strategies. And well, you can see this, you can watch this recording on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. If you have any questions, type them in the comments. I'll respond to them when I see them. And have a great day. Take care. Bye.